Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous The Beginnings. And we are on part 6. Of The Beginnings. Now, one thing I wanted to do, let's go to Services. I've made a little bit of credits because I've been kind of out roaming around in this area since I have a ship in the Pilots Federation and can do that. One thing I noticed is the power plant, it's a 4E, that's the lowest. We can upgrade some of this like to a 4D, which is, the Ds are for lightweight, so that will even give us better jump range. And we'll take the best we can get on the frame shift drive. There's not much here in the Pilots Federation that they allow us to do. We're about maxed out currently. Now, one thing I did want to do is take you on a combat mission. I have another series called Combat My First Look, and you probably should check that out. But we're going to do a little bit of that. And they just don't give us many options. And they've given us a planetary hangar. So we've got a couple of them down there, so we've added some more. Okay. And our insurance cost is $27,000 and we're at $500,000. And from the last video, all you have to do is run more missions, same as we've been doing, to gain more monies. Okay, we're set up and we're going to do some combat, and it's probably the easiest. I was very apprehensive because I'm more of a trader explorer, but skimmers and stingers, it's pretty simple, and I want to show you how to do that. Is this left? So what we need to find out now is a planet we can land on. So we can find some skimmers. I do have, like I said, I do have a series on combat, my first look, so you can watch more of those videos too. So again, thank you for watching, and if you look down to the right, you see my subscribe button. Please subscribe. That helps me with YouTube, and it doesn't cost you anything. Underneath the video to the left, you see my YouTube channel, GFM_RDG. Click on that. At this publishing of this video, I'm over 350 videos. So all kinds of stuff. Interesting, and combat, and exploring, and trading, and all that. So you should check that out. Okay. And we're almost maxed out of what we can do in the Pilot Federation. That's why I want to go ahead and show you some combat. Because pretty soon we're going to have to leave the Pilots Federation because of ships and missions, and it's just so limited. And I do have another account. If we leave and I want to go back and show you something, I can. I have 3 Elite Dangerous accounts.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship detach complete. Restrict speed until clear of the station perimeter.
I have one account where I'm getting closer to 6 billion in credits, and I have a Python and a cutter. And I've got 2 elite statuses, one in trade, one in exploring. And I'm even a novice now in combat. So I've done some of that against the Guardian Sentinels and Skimmers and Stingers. And we're going to go against the Skimmers and Stingers. Because really, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, and I wish someone would have got my attention and showed me how to do that.
Scan detected.
Is this left? Is this right? Okay. And you can pick up occupied escape pods, and they pay like 30,000 a piece for those. And when you're in the Pilot Federation, that's pretty good. You need all that you can get. We have 4 cargo because we've got extra SRVs.
Speed restrictions are now lifted. Flight control signing off.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
And when you go to the system map, you see that planets with blue rings around them. You can actually land on those. Just like Dromey 2A. We can land on that one. And you'll see a dark blue ring around it too when we get closer. We're going to go to the planet, run around a little bit, shoot some rocks, collect some materials, shoot some Stingers and Skimmers. And is this right? Because you see we're harmless on combat rank. So we need to improve that a little bit. And you'll see it's not as difficult as it might seem. And since we don't have weapons on the ship, we can move the distribution of power. See, the best part of the stingers and skimmers is cover. And we're going to go over that. How to use the cover to protect you when you're shooting skimmers and stingers. And it's an easy way to work on your combat rank. And they give you 1,000 credits for every stinger, skimmer that you kill that's wanted. And that's the main thing. We have to check the status of the target that we're going to shoot at. Because if you don't, it will get you in lots of trouble. Take it from me. I've messed up a little bit on that, where if they're clean, the targets are clean, you cannot shoot them. Or they put a bounty on you, and that's not good. So, we don't want bounties on us. And it's a mess trying to get rid of it. The sun's to the right. We like being on the sunny side. Now, if we get interdicted, it's a pain when you're near a planet. It can be a pain. See that dark blue ring now that's around it? You see a yellow ring and a dark blue one. That says we can land on it. Now, what we're hoping is it's not too flat, because that can cause us some trouble too. We want it to be somewhat rough.
Orbital flight engaged.
And the rebuy on the SRVs are like 260 credits. It's cheap. So if you do die, it's okay. We can survive it. Assist landing.
Landing gear deployed.
And it's good practice to come and land on the planet and run around, and it's kind of fun too. Landing gear slows you down, so we have to speed up a little bit. And we might have to find the right one, right skimmer or stinger. Is this alternate? Feather throttle going down, or you'll go too fast and slam into the planet, and that's not a good thing. We don't want to slam into the planet. That's a cool picture, isn't it? With the rings. That's pretty cool. There's lots of things you can do on the planet, so it's pretty neat. And watch your on-screen gauges and just try to line things up where it says alignment okay. And on this planet, it's moving. It moves your ship a lot, so it's hard to stay in alignment. But just play with it. Sys down. We have 4 SRVs. Deploy. We're already seeing some materials.
Low gravity warning.
That is wild. With the planet and the rings. Sys ship.
Ship dismissed.
And you can dismiss your ship, which is a good thing. Because over 7.5 kilometers it's going to leave anyway if you get away from it. Okay. I like to zoom out on my sensor. See, already seeing some higher blips on our back radar. That's manufactured. That's things that are made, not natural. So that's probably skimmers and stingers. So we're gonna go check it out. Sys lights. Sys lights. And the terrain, it can be a little rocky, and that's an awesome thing. Because, like I said, you need cover when you're shooting stuff. You want to make it difficult for the stingers and skimmers to get a lock on you. So if they can't get a lock on you, they can't shoot you. So that's a good thing, but you want to shoot them. So just like tanks in year 2020, they will put their turrets above the heel and they're setting below the heel, the main body of the tank. And that's kind of what we're doing. It is a strategy. That's a defensive strategy. Or they'll dig a trench and the tank will be in the trench with just the turret sticking above the trench. And that's for protection. And that's kind of what we're going to be doing, in a way. We're going to use these heels as that protection. So that back radar is what we're looking at. And see, those blips are getting stronger back there. I need to change the power distribution, because usually these planets get slick and you'll slide all over the place. If you set the engines down, it won't slide as much. So that is a interesting picture with that planet right there. That's what's neat about roaming the planets. I'm just trying to do all we can do in the Pilots Federation before we take the 100,000 and leave. But we have to see if we got cover. If we don't have cover and there's more than 2 skimmer stingers, yeah, we pretty much just have to move on, because it's going to make it very difficult if they're out in the open for us to shoot them. Now, if it's a single skimmer with a down satellite, that's pretty good. You don't need cover for that because you only have one, and you can just blast them. Okay, we got a trespass zone. So we're just hoping we have some kind of cover. Okay, now this is cover back here, I believe. A little bit of cover. It's not great, that's for sure. Let's see how many there are, and then we'll try to find some cover. Yeah, it's going to be tough. There might be some cover on the other side to the right over there. Let's come over here and see. Yeah, we might have some cover right here. This looks like some cover. Now we're looking for cover. It might be enough cover. See, we can't really see over the hill. Well, they have just as much trouble seeing you over that hill. So that's a good thing. And we'll show you how that works. Okay, now we need to activate them and see what their status is. Number one thing is see what the status is. Wanted. 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 So that's a good thing. They're wanted. You can see in this little panel over here it's red, wanted. But you make sure they're wanted. Don't shoot them if they're anything but wanted. So what we're doing, we're backing up, which makes it difficult on them to shoot at us. So we line up over here and we can fire at them.
Target destroyed.
And they can shoot at us too, that's okay.
Target destroyed. Under attack.
Okay,
Target destroyed.
we killed them. Sis right. Oh, we can't see it up here. Sis right. You have 13% on combat on your harmless. See how easy that was? It is pretty easy.
Link is on.
So let's go see what kind of bounty or kind of what we can glean. You can take the cargo and sell it if it's legal salvage. See, legal salvage. You can take this stuff back to the station.
You have entered a trespass
Yeah.
zone.
We can enter a trespass zone. Materials, you can take those, and they don't take up cargo space.
Cargo scoop deployed.
So we can pick up that kind of stuff. But you have all kinds of stuff that you can pick up. Platinum is probably pretty expensive. So there's a lot of things that you can grab.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Sis left. So you got 3,000 in bounties that you get to turn in. Now, I do leave to the menu and I come back. And they're all gone. And the reason I do that, if there is a the owners, like for an example, the owners of those cargo or those skimmers and stingers that we just killed, if they come in, there could be, I hear, there could be some attacks on you. But in the short term or short time that I have been shooting skimmers and stingers, I have not been shot at by ships. Doesn't mean it won't happen, it just hasn't happened. And we can collect materials from rocks too. The lower part of this sensor shows us the rocks that we can shoot. They're kind of far away because the signal's so spread out, meaning it's far away. And I'm using an HR headset, and this can give you motion sickness in a VR headset, but you do get used to it over time. I did. You know, in the beginning I did get motion sickness. I don't get it very much anymore. Doesn't mean it can't happen, but I do quite a bit of surface gathering and surface mining, and shooting skimmers and stingers. As long as you have cover, you're good. And as long as you check that status, you have to check their status. I cannot say it enough. You have to check their status. They have to be wanted before you can shoot them. I'm not sure about lawless when that comes up, and I don't know if I want to take the chance on it because it's bad. I mean, you got to go find a special station, interstellar factors, and get the bounty off of you before somebody kills you. Boy, this targeting is sometimes just terrible. Okay. And at least the fragments are not floating in the air or in space for over a minute. So why can't? Oh, the inventory's full? Oh, sulfur. Okay. See, I was out roaming a little bit, and that's another sulfur, and our inventory's full, so we can't collect it. We can collect this one. I was wondering why that was happening. But I've used this ship a little bit for not practicing combat. I was using another ship, another account for that. Inventory full, inventory full, inventory full. So, yeah, well, I've got plenty of materials now on this account because I was out roaming, gathering some materials and checking out some planets. And you can check those too. Some of the My Adventures series, the planets in the permit systems, and the Pilot Federation Administration. Some of that. Now those vertical bars, they can turn into manufactured. So sometimes we'll follow those and see if they'll turn into things we can shoot at. So this was a good beginnings on how to start combat. Because as much as I'm not a huge fan of the combat, it becomes necessary as you try to work with engineers and things like that. And there's going to be at least 50% of the players that do want to do combat. And boy, this is a great start. The Stingers, skimmers. It's probably the safest, easiest, as long as you have cover and as long as you check their status before you shoot them. Then it works out pretty good. And occupied escape pods will pay you $30,000 a piece, so that's pretty good. So you want it to be a little hilly because you want that cover when you start shooting at them. If you're out in the open and there's 3 or 4 of them, oh, you can be in trouble. They can wear down your shields really fast. Now, the positive is they normally won't leave that area. The trespass zone, they won't leave it. So you can keep backing up until you get out of range. But then you'll need to find you some cover to finish shooting at them. But this is what I wanted to show you in this part, in part 6, I want to show you how to combat and how to gather materials. And what not to do in combat. There's a ship. We don't want to mess with ships. And they could be guarding that occupied escape, or that trespass zone. And as a new combat person, the best thing to do is leave and come back, because it'll all be gone. And you're looking for the best opportunities for you at the moment. And so that's where you can shoot skimmers and stingers with little return aggression. So now if we come up here where that was, ship's gone. Takes a minute or two for that back radar sensor to regenerate. Now sometimes on these planets, if you'll start heading toward them, are nebulas and stuff. I have experienced that the manufactured stuff show up quicker, but just run for a little while and watch your fuel. We're fine on fuel. And our bullets, can't see it because of the yellow planet, but when you can see them, we have 1912 on our bullets. And there's probably some that way, and we might just do a scan, just see what we got behind us. There's some. You can see it's toward the planet for some reason. That works. It'll give you sensor readings to go after, just around the planet or around the nebula or whatever it might be. It's in the sky, in space. Just something I noticed. But then sometimes they go away, so then you have to re-find them again. There's still a blip there, and it keeps going away. Let's come back over here. Look around. And they'll do that. Sometimes your signals will go away. So it's like chasing them. I mean, we had really good upper blips, and now we're not. Now we can shoot some rocks, and we will, too. Because I want to show you that, too. Continue to show you that, even though I filled up the material inventory. Now your material inventory, sys-right, it's on your right panel, sys-right, sys-right. It's in inventory. These are your materials, and you see I've maxed some of them out. And then you have encoded, so you have both. And like I said, I maxed some of them out. But if it's a ship, no, I don't mess with ships. For one, an NPC is going to be more formidable of an enemy than a skimmer or stinger, and I have heard at times you get attacked by their support ships if you attack skimmers and stingers. And I haven't, but when there's a ship that I come upon, I don't mess with that. I get out. Go to the main menu and come back. Now, you might want to check the status of that ship, and if it's wanted, you can shoot him too. But only if he's wanted, or you become wanted. We do have some heals. This is good. Sys lights. Sys lights. I like my lights being off. And there's our trespass zone. It's a little hilly, which is a good thing for when you want to shoot stuff. Okay. Let's see. Kind of like close stuff. Don't think this is going to be good enough. See, that one's not going to be good enough. But there might be some that's behind us. And you got a pretty good range on when you're shooting at them. See, this is really good. This is a good spot. This is good cover. Yep, that's good cover. That's what you're looking for. Now we gotta make sure they're wanted first, though, or all of that's for naught. And here's some too. But that's not really tall enough. We gotta hit the trespass zone just to get them activated.
Warning, you have entered a trespass zone. Trespass
There's 4 of
zone
them.
cleared.
Wanted, wanted, wanted. They're wanted, so that's a good thing. We can shoot them. And maybe in this Pilots Federation they don't give you non-wanted ones, because that would be bad for you. I don't know. We'll see. What you want is for you not to be able to see them, but your turret to be right above the hill. See, this is good stuff right there. Now we go above. This is really good stuff.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
They're having trouble locking onto our SRV.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
See, they didn't even get a shot off. How great is that? Or you can shoot at them and they don't shoot at you. About all of that. Now, if ships show up when you're doing this, you can exit to the main menu. You've already collected your 1,000 credit bounties,
Trespass zone.
and you don't have to worry as much about the trespass zone since you've already wiped out everything. See, there's some material, and there's a occupied escape pod.
Cargo scoop deployed.
See, that occupied escape pod will make you a 30,000 credits. Plus you're saving a fellow pilot. And you can collect canisters. Now, you only have 2. Sys right, you have 2 cargo spaces. And we took in 1, which is about 30,000. Now, that can also get you interdicted. So, like I said, for your own safety's sake, you can exit to the main menu and come back. It clears the scene. Sys right. And one thing you're probably going to like, look at your combat rank. 30%. Now it's still harmless. And then the next one, when you get to 100%, goes to mostly harmless. And then it goes to novice. Then it goes to something else. I'm a novice right now on my main account, because I've been a explorer trader.
Handbrake
So
is on.
we cleared them out, and so when you get started, you might not want any. It's one thing being able to shoot at stuff, and it's another thing if they shoot back. So kind of the way I look at it. I don't like it as much if they're able to shoot back. Now these can shoot back, but if you only have one, yeah, you're fine. 2, you're probably still fine. 3 or more without cover, it can get rough. But number one thing, make sure they're wanted before you ever shoot them. Take it from somebody with experience that did it twice, where I shot stuff and had a bounty on me, where I was wanted. I really didn't like that. So do not shoot things that shoot things that are not wanted. It's not a good thing to shoot things that are not wanted. Still got plenty of fuel. And our back sensor has not populated yet. But you can check out my other videos, like I said, from the neighboring systems and planets on material gathering and checking out skimmers and stingers without shooting them. And then I have a playlist called Combat, my first look, and that's where I did go out and shoot at them. I like what we're doing here. Now this is not just about shooting stuff or shooting skimmer stingers, but it's also about the shooting of rocks. And yes, I've used up some of the inventory space on this this instance. But you can also check out my other videos for further information. And it's all about the information for you, and somewhat supposed to be entertaining for you. But you're trying to learn how to do some of this stuff. Is this right? But the best part when you're doing this, look at that rebuy cost, 264 credits. Can't beat that. And if you die, you return to your ship. Isn't that awesome?
Handbrake is on. Cargo scoop deployed.
Yeah, we were able to pick up some of that. So that was good. We got another one over here. So while you're at it, while you're shooting skimmers and stingers, you can collect materials for the engineers. And I have a whole series in my day-to-day grind series on the engineers. So check those out. And you need this material for that, because they take a lot of materials. Yep, we're full on that one. Full on that one. So we're full on some of this. We can't take any more. and that cargo acquired will say inventory full. See, germanium, inventory 51 of 250, so there's 250 spaces, and we currently had 51. See, that one's full, and that one's full. So we can't take any more of those. So that's a lot of fun. Gonna wait for our back radar to populate again. But in the beginnings, we try to show you as much diversity as possible of things. And we're running out of things that we can do in the Pilots Federation. So we are going to have to leave. Yeah, there's two types of signals here. There's the lines that are really close together, the horizontal lines, and then there's the ones that are far apart. The further apart, or this one, is the bronzite, or other than the crop ones. After we do this one, we'll go look at the outcrop.
Cargo scoop deployed.
That one's full, that one's full. This one's not 195 of 300. And that's full. See, we're filling up, and then we'll go over to the outcrop. And the outcrop's supposed to have more material in it than the other. I don't know that for sure, but that's what I have heard before. At least these are not full yet. Yep, that one is though. The iron, it's full. I was thinking I was seeing some upper blips. I would like to find some skimmer stingers that are clean or lawless, so I can show you that too. Of do not shoot them. It's bad if you shoot them. Very bad. It puts a wanted out on you, and you don't want that. Getting it off is pretty tough. Interstellar factor, that's what you got to look for. And go to inera.cz. Put in your current system, put in interstellar CZ or interstellar factor under nearest. And that's what helps you get out of your bounties. But you could be killed. You definitely could be shot at while you're trying to get rid of it. Because it's a bounty. And in this game, bounties are collected on dead. It's not dead or alive, it's dead. Oop, another ship. Coming across these ships. And the stint of my combat is stingers and skimmers, not people. Syslights. Syslights. Not NPCs and not real people. The skimmer stingers are the easiest. Probably. Sis right. And we're at 30% combat rank. Sis left. Sis left. And 7 kills. That's what we've done, so. Now, it could be, like I said before, it could be that in the Pilots Federation they might not have any that are wanted, because if you shot something that wasn't wanted, they might not want you to have to deal with having bounties on your head yet. But it could. I mean, that's why we're checking. See if they're all wanted or not. Looks like there's plenty of cover in this area. And with shooting things, that's a good thing. Because the two major parts are cover and checking their status. Most important parts that I have found. If you have cover, like on that last set that we killed, or 4 of them, they didn't even get a shot off. We did all the shooting. They couldn't lock onto the SRV because it was behind the hill. That's what you want. You don't want them to get a lock on you. You want it to be difficult on your adversary, but easy for you. And this is really, it's bounty hunting is what we're doing. We're collecting bounties. These are just the easiest of the bounties to collect. Because your adversary is limited. Now, if they would chase you, that would make it more difficult. When there's multiples. Has smoothed out a little bit, so hopefully we can find some. Looks like on the back right side there might be some areas that are rough that we can get behind. Yep, it looks like there's some good stuff back here. This one's not as good. There might be some better ones over here. Yep, like this one down here is probably really good. We're wanting cover. And this looks really good for cover. So now we need to come down here and activate them.
Warning, you have entered a trespass zone. Trespass zone cleared.
There's one doing a dance. That one. He'll do a dance for you. He's wanted. Stinger's wanted. Boy, what's wrong with him? Wanted. And wanted. Yep, he's all messed up. He's going to even be more messed up in a minute. Okay. See, we're just below the hill. Our turrets are above. Sort of. Okay. Yeah, this is not a good hill because we're leaning up too much. See, this might be pretty good. Yeah, I like this because the SRV is down. So I do like that.
Target destroyed.
I like going for the tallest one first.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Well, stingers might be the easiest to get rid of.
Warning, you have entered a trespass zone.
Some materials over there. And over there.
Cargo scoop deployed.
More material. That doesn't take up cargo space. Okay. It'll crash. We have to get it going again. Still good on fuel. Sys lights. Sys lights. And that's materials, surface materials. I don't really care as much for the surface materials. There might be some. I want the skimmer or stingers for right now. As you can see, it's not too difficult, and I'm not a combat pilot. So if I can do it, you can do it. Because I'm a trader explorer. So, and if you are combat minded, it'll be easy. It'll be so simple. There's been lots of ships though. Kind of mess us up. And we've had cover, which has been good. If the ground's too flat with no cover around, that makes it more difficult. And we've checked the status of our adversaries, that they were wanted, which they were. And we have lots of cover coming up in front of us, looking at that bottom radar. It's going to get rough, very hilly. I mean, it's a pain to have to drive over, but it's what you want when it comes down to shooting things. Because they can't get a lock on the base of your SRV. We're not getting a trespass zone yet. So we might not, because we're fixing to come on whatever it is. Very, very soon. Oh, it's one of these. You can scan it, and it'll give you encoded material.
Incoming message.
That's what the encode it is. Sysup. Sysup. Tagged encryption codes and classified scan databanks. It's all encoded. You'll need it for the engineers. Well, that was pretty cool. So that doesn't shoot back, or no one's really looking for it, and if they do, that you didn't shoot it, or any of those things. So there is some popping up there. Let's just do a circle. See if there's anything else. That was pretty fast. Pop up. This might be our last one. I don't want the video to be too long. And I can cut out some of the travel time. Yep, we lost it again. And you be going along, you got some good signals, and boom, it's all gone. Plenty of raw materials, just not enough. Not raw material. Saw a upper bleep. Then it went away again. It's not getting enough other than. And then they came up again, and let's see how long they last. Might go away as fast as they show up. I don't see anything above us. There's a ship above us, could cause it too. See, it's trying to go away again. terrible time with it. No signals that really stay very long. Well, might have trouble finding another one. That was our allotment. Because we have them for a little while and then they're just gone. See, this video is different. Not just running around in a ship, but getting to run around on the planet, so that's always fun. We haven't gotten a trespass zone yet, so it might be a ship or another one of those satellite drone things. I don't remember ever seeing multiples. Ooh, it's not a trespass zone though. There is some material.
Cargo scoop deployed.
And one little rock's keeping us from getting over there. Oh, it's a crashed ship. There's another occupied escape pod.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Well, we got the pilot. Oh, there's another occupied escape pod. Right there. Sis, ship.
Ship recalled.
This right. See, we only have 2 spaces and we just filled them up with occupied escape pods. So yeah, this ship is the one that seems to park the furthest away of all the ships that I've had. He's a pain. There were plenty of places that were much closer, but this one parks the furthest. Out of all of them. Well, this is the ship I dislike the most out of all of them. It's must have been a pirate's ship. Is this down? Transferring the cargo. Transfer.
Handbrake is on.
See if we can find the stuff again. Their occupied escape pod. And we'll have to take it back to the nearest station. At least we have tracks that we can follow.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Sometimes you have to use your jets. Okay. I think I saw something over here too. That wasn't our ship.
Cargo scoop retracted.
This ship.
Ship dismissed.
Try to bring it over closer next time. I think we only have 4 cargo spots anyway in the ship, so. Only have space for 1 more. So if there's 2 occupied escape pods, we can't help them. Just have to tell the authorities about it and let them come get them. I have the same situation, type of situation, because we don't have the trespass zone. It's a ship. That is a pretty strong signal. Oh, a data point. Boy, 2 of these. I don't think I've ever had 2 of them. Sis, ship.
Ship record
No.
message.
Run out of time anyway. Sis up. Sis up. Classified databanks. More encoded stuff.
Handbrake is on.
But this ship parks the furthest away of any ship I've got. They can all find closer locations than this one. Because I'll look forward to trading this one in on another ship. When we get outside of the Pilots Federation. Maybe he's upset because he wasn't bought by a pirate. Is this down? And we need to get these occupied escape pods back to civilization. Is this left? Assist landing.
Landing gear retracted.
Got that mast lock.
Frameshift drive charging. Engage.
See, this is like 120,000, up to 120,000, just for these 3 escape pods. Now, I have been interdicted in the past for having occupied escape pods. Maybe they want to turn them in, or they want to sell them as slaves or something. So always be prepared for interdictions. And I thank you for coming along with me. Expedition for combat. And hopefully you'll attend again. Be sure to press that subscribe button at the bottom right of the video. That'll help me with YouTube, and I'll really appreciate it. That's how you can help small publishers, is by subscribing to them. Below the video to the left, you'll see my YouTube channel, GFM_RDG. If you'll click on that and watch over 350 videos that I've created so far. So a lot of them just like this one, where it's a lot of excitement and combat and all that kind of stuff. So there is also an About tab for drawings, promotions, giveaways, all that kind of stuff. So check that out. So we're going to turn in these occupied escape pods, and you'll make 120 up to 120,000. And you got to run around the planet. We got to shoot rocks for materials, and got to do all kinds of fun stuff. Got to shoot skimmers and stingers and collect warrants, and we were a bounty hunter. So that was all fun. When they act erratic like that, you have to be careful. They're acting like they could interdict. Sis left.
Flight Operations Department, please comply with established docking procedures, Commander. Adjust heading for approach to badge full doom. Automated docking approved.
So that was a fun adventure. But like I said, I hope you join me again, and press that subscribe button. It's at the bottom right, and watch my other YouTube videos.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing complete. Commence system shutdown.
Go to contacts, search and rescue, escape pods, 3, so it's 88,000 for these 3. And in the items, they say, "Thank you, Commander. With your help, we are closer to accomplishing our goal, to find and rescue missing people."
Incoming
look-
message.
Look what you helped us do. That's pretty good. We're at 588,000. Even with the additions that we added to the ship at the beginning of this video. Is this up? Is this up? Promotion to dealer. Got a promotion. Is this right? Yeah, our trade rank went up. And we're at 48% on our combat harmless to get to mostly harmless. And our rebuy on the ship is 27,000. We have 588,000, so that's all good. So until next time, be sure to subscribe to my channel at the bottom right. Watch my videos in my YouTube channel, GFM_RDG, and we'll see you again. Thank you for watching.